You guys, we got we're gonna start off with METS situation here. Um, so let me read it out. Um, the New York Mets officially parted ways with manager Carlos Mendoza on Friday, June 26, 2026. After leading the team to the NLCS in his first year in 2024, the momentum completely evaporated, leaving the Mets mirrored in a disastrous season. So how can I word this? So let me break it down a little bit. So the Mets fired Mendoza. They had aimed at a 6-game losing streak that dropped their record to a dismissal 34-47 record, bearing them at the bottom of the NL East. Senior Vice President Andy Green has been named interim head manager of the remainder of the season. Um, Fundamental breakdowns. The team has been plugged by horrific defense and sloppy play, highlighted by a recent game against the Cubs where they committed 6 errors. Base running regression. After being the most efficient base stealing team in MLB last year, they plummeted to the worst in 2026. Offense black hole. The team's batting average and on base percentage have dipped to a historic franchise low, where the major regression from young players like Mark Vientos and Brett Beatty. So I read all. So how am I going to put this? I read all of that stuff. The fundamental breakdown, the base running regression, and the offense black hole. I read all of that. And for me, who comes to mind is David Stearns. Because base running regressions. David Stearns was the one that let Anthony, I forget this gentleman's name, go to the Braves over money. This horrific defense was put, the players that are put at the positions that they're at right now is because of David Stearns. This offense is because of David Stearns. So here's the thing. I don't put the blame, I put partial blame. If it's out of 100%, I put 25% of the blame on Carlos Mendoza. Why? Because at the end of the day, they're paying you the big bucks to be the manager of this team. But those 75% remaining, I put that blame on David Stearns. Here's why. David Stearns let go of Pete Alonso for an injury-prone Jorge Polanco. Now we have, since Jorge Polanco has gone down, a Mark Vientos at first base who is absolutely garbage. He can't catch the ball for his day in his life. This dude has dropped pop flies. He's dropped throws right at him, right in front of him. He's dropped them left and right. You let go of a Brandon Nimmo, who was a solid player for the Mets, for an aging Marcus Semien who can't seem to hit the ball, not even to save his life, just because of quote unquote defense. You let go of a Jeff McNeil just because it was time to part ways with him. You traded for a Freddie Peralta who has close to a 4 ERA. You paid Sean Manaea $75 million, which granted at the time seemed like a good deal. Now it seems like garbage. You got a Kodai Senga who has a 10 ERA. 10 ERA. So you give $42 million to Bo Bichette to play third base when he's not a good shortstop. So how are you going to move him to third base and expect him to be good? It's like when you ball all that up, it comes down to David Stearns. I put the blame on David Stearns, not Carlos Mendoza. Because David Stearns decided to be Mr. Fancy Pants and try to change up everything around the Mets. And it didn't work. And it's obviously showing that it's not working. If I'm Steve Cohen, who I'm upset at is David Stearns. Because what the fuck are these moves that you're doing, my guy? What is this bullshit you've done? I said it at the very beginning. Why the hell are we giving Bo Bichette $42 million? Are we out of our goddamn mind? Bo Bichette is not even close to worth $42 million. So then we let go of Pete Alonso for because of worried about the back end of the contract. Who gives a shit? Who knows if we'll be alive at that time? Who gives a shit about that back end contract? Now the dude's playing out of his mind. Like it's ridiculous. Pete Alonso lately has been playing phenomenal. I saved it. Alonso this month has a 299 batting average with 8 home runs and 22 RBIs. And he's hit 19 home runs for the season. You don't think that would help out for this Mets offense that is a disaster? That's an embarrassment to New York. This is an embarrassment. This team right now is a flat out embarrassment. So you go and get Luis Robert Jr., who is very injury prone, cannot seem to stay on the field. When he's on the field, he's a good player, but he seems to not be able to. Now he's having one of the worst problems that you can ever have in life, which is a back problem. So it's like the stuff that David Stearns has done is not good. We got way too many players that are out of position. You got Brett Beatty in the outfield. You got Brett Beatty at second base. You got Brett Beatty at first. A guy that has never played positions like that. You got Mark Vientos playing first base, who was a third baseman, I think, coming up. It's just, this is a flat out embarrassment. You gave up prospects for a Freddie Peralta, who is absolutely right now atrocious. And then on top of that, this guy, he's out of his goddamn mind because he wants teams to give him a $200 million contract right now, which we did speak about last time. But the way he's playing, he must be out of his goddamn mind if he thinks he's going to get that shit. So then you got Brett Beatty, who's been not good at all. He's currently batting a 210 batting average with an on-base OPS of 589 and an OPS plus of 68. Bro, that's fucking dog shit. That is dog shit right now. You got Mark Vientos, who is doing nothing better. He has a 212 average with an OPS of 638, on-base percentage of 253, slugging 385. This is embarrassing. Like, this is flat out embarrassing. You got Marcus Semien now on the IL. But before that, he had a 214 batting average with an OPS of 613 and an OPS plus of 72. Guys, this is no bueno. This is no bueno, no good at all. This is a flat out embarrassment. Francisco Alvarez, he's doing so-so. He has a 249 batting average with a slugging 422 and an OPS of 736 with an OPS plus of 106. But then after that, it's like, this is atrocious. So don't even get me started on Devin Williams. You went and gave Devin Williams $51 million just for him to put up a 4.28 ERA and a negative WAR of 0.4. This guy comes out of the bullpen and you're just shitting bricks. I don't even know if it's shitting bricks, shitting houses or mountains, because this dude sucks. So it's like, it becomes one of those things of, do you not see what he did cross down? Like, is it not functioning through your head? Did you not see that he was dog shit with the Yankees, that they even took him out of the closer role? Like, it is flat out embarrassing. And I feel bad for Carlos Mendoza because he seems like he's well appreciated around the league. I think who needed to be fired with David Stearns, not Carlos Mendoza, because David Stearns is the one that's done all this bullshit. Because yes, all he's done is bullshit here. He hasn't done nothing impactful. Steve Cohen was the one that brought in Juan Soto. Steve Cohen was the one that brought in Pete Alonso. Not David Stearns. He didn't want them. He didn't want to bring them over. So imagine if we had a team where you didn't even have Juan Soto. We would be even worse. Think about it. Juan Soto right now is batting a 300 batting average with a slugging 567, OPS of 972 with an OPS plus of 171. The dude is batting out of his mind. But think about it. This guy, David Stearns, did not want him. The only reason why they got him was because of Steve Cohen, because he's the one that stepped in. So it's like all the moves that this man has done has been nothing but a pile of bullshit, a pile of horseshit. That's all he's done. That is literally all he's done. You gave Sean Mania a garbage ass contract. You went and got Marcus Simeon, who can't hit for his life. You went and got Devin Williams, who's an embarrassment. You went and got who else? You gave $42 million to Boba Fett, who to be fair a little bit, he is doing okay right now. His batting average has gone up to 254, but he still has an OPS of 687 with an OPS plus of 92. Okay. Um, you've traded prospects for a Freddie Peralta who sucks. You got Luke Weaver, who has gotten a little bit better now. But when then you fired all the head coaches, you let Jeremy Hefner go to the Braves, which now you can see that he has made the Braves pitching staff beautiful. Like that staff right now is phenomenal. The Braves, you guys, who thought the Braves were gonna? Who in their right mind thought coming into this season that the Braves were going to be in first place, 49-33? Nobody. But Jeremy Hefner has made sure that that Braves bullpen is beautiful. Literally, think about this. Just looking at their bullpen right now. Where's it at? Just looking at their bullpen. Think about it. Chris Sale has a 2.10 ERA. A 37-year-old Chris Sale has a 2.10 ERA. Grant Holmes has a 3.96 ERA. Martin Perez has a 3 ERA. Spencer Strider, before going on the IL, wasn't doing okay, good, but it's whatever. Bryce Edler had a 4 ERA, though, but, all right. Bullpen. Rafael Iglesias has a 1.37 ERA. Dylan Lee has a 0.97 ERA. Robert, before going on the 15-day IL, a 56 ERA. Like, this guy knows his stuff. So think about it. You let him go. You let him walk. You let him go to your division rival. And now he has that rotation beautiful. They are doing phenomenal. You let Anthony go, who had Soto stealing bases like nothing last year. You let him walk for a couple dollars to the Braves. And this is what happens. Results like this is what happens. And it's sad because, this team 2 years ago was in the NLCS. They lost to the World Series winners, Dodgers. And after that, we didn't make the playoffs last year, and we're damn sure not making the playoffs this year. So what's the solution? We got to sell. We're going to have to start ground up and sell. We're going to have to figure out how we're going to do. I would recommend building around Juan Soto. He's young. He's only 26, 27 years old. He's a young cat. You're paying him over $45 million a year. He's going to be here for a long time. Might as well, build around him. Lindor, he's a good player. He's been, a bit injury lately as time goes by, and he's also getting older, which I do think he's a little bit older than Juan Soto. Build around Juan Soto. He's a good young player who is just entering his prime. Like, literally, this dude is one of the best hitters in baseball right now, for sure. Top 5, no question. But I would look to get rid of Freddie Peralta. I would look to get rid of Devin Williams. I would look to try to get rid of Kodai Senga, Sean Mania. I honestly don't know what's going on with the starting rotation. Nolan McLean has seemed to lost his shit. He currently has a 4 ERA, with Freddie Peralta having a 4.53 ERA. Kodai Senga, like I said, a 9 ERA right now. Christian Scott is with a 3.20 ERA. The only person that has been good, and it's been the only good thing David Stearns has done, is with Clay Holmes, making him from a relief pitcher to a starter. Before he got on the 60-day IL, he had a 2.39 ERA. That's the only good thing he's done. After that, he's been a flat-out embarrassment. But we got to make some changes. The fact that I think we're going to end off in last place. I honestly do. Think about it. The Marlins are currently 44 and 40. Nationals are 43 and 42. And we're 35 and 49. Like, bro, we are doing worse than the Chicago White Sox. We're doing as bad as the Colorado Rockies and the Los Angeles Angels. What the fuck is this? We're playing as bad as the Red Sox, the Angels, the Rockies, the Reds, the Royals. This is a flat out embarrassment. This is an embarrassment, dude, to this state. We're an embarrassment right now to New York. Literally an embarrassment. We have a $300 million payroll. And most of these teams that are in last place don't even have close to the payroll that we have. You think that the Cincinnati Reds have a $300 million plus payroll? Hell no. The Rockies? Hell no. The Angels? Hell no. The Royals? Fuck no. The Red Sox? Hell no. Out of all the last place teams, we're the only team that has a $300 million payroll and we're playing like shit. The Marlins, for crying out loud, are doing better than us, and they don't even have close, not even half the payroll that we have. This is how bad we're doing this year. So think about it. We didn't make the playoffs last year. And now we're destined to not even lick a wild card spot. We're on June 29th. There is no way this team is gonna, the way they're performing, is going to come back. There's no way. I'm sorry. There's no way they're gonna do this. We can't seem to hit the baseball. We can't seem to catch the ball in the major leagues. We can't seem to catch the ball. That is the number one fundamental thing you get taught since the get-go. Our pitchers are all dog shit right now. All of them are dog shit. You got to understand that when they come up, you're shitting bricks, mountains, because they suck. Our closer is full of shit. He is an embarrassment every time he comes out. After Pete Alonso hit that home run, he has been destroyed mentally or whatever. But this is, Andy Green's not going to do jack. I'm sorry, but this team is not going anywhere. It is not. Carlos Mendoza, he will get a job. He will find one. He really will. Because this wasn't his fault. This was his buddy, David Stearns. To put it like that, this was David Stearns' fault, not his. All right, move